Alright, it's Diane and I'm back with the second Irish journal. This one is made with this green bordered handkerchief, and it kind of has the shape of a traveler's notebook insert, but it's bigger because I did not cut the handkerchief down at all. I just used the handkerchief as the size measurement, and I cut out some cardstock. You can see the pattern here. It was a green grid pattern, and I used the white side of it and put the handkerchief on it and stitched around it, and it measures 5 by almost 10, so it is bigger than a TN insert. It's just a long skinny journal. So on the front, this white part of the handkerchief I covered with some lace from the Pillow Sham, some fabric scraps, a little scrap of that shamrock handkerchief, a little bit of vintage doily there, and there was a little embroidered corner on this handkerchief, and she's printed from the internet, this beautiful little yellow bonneted girl. And then I did a fabric collage on the back with another piece of vintage doily, and there's some lace and rickrack stitched along the bottom. Again, the ribbon closure with the rosette covering it. This is a pretty paper that I recently acquired from Hobby Lobby at their 75% off sale, and it was called Denim and Pearls. So I just used this one sheet out of it. And this is a cardstock sticker I've had for a long time from Stampin' Up. Again, I used the same paper that I showed in the other book. So this is the Magical Garden paper. A green guest check, a little printed tag, and some gathered fabric. Some stamping, and again the printer paper, the scrapbook paper is coffee dyed, and the printer paper is dyed with the green, the Hawaiian Punch mix that had green food coloring in it. This is a fabric collage, and I thought this bright colored piece with the orange on it was cute because the Irish flag is green and orange and white, so I did include just a little bit of orange. And there's fabric dyed or coffee dyed lace and vintage rickrack and some mushrooms stamped down here. Ledger paper. I'm sorry, you're not getting a very good view of this. I'll try to hold the book more still. A fabric tab with rickrack, and another one of the Quizmo cards that's glued on as a pocket. This is a fabric scrap stitched on with a little piece of lace, and an inventory tag with the eyelash trim from Denise's shop. Again, a little tiny pocket here, a little tuck spot with a tag. This was a sticker, and I backed it with cardstock so it wouldn't stick to the paper. And a tag, and then this little shoe tag. This is vintage. This is a Starbucks bag from Walt Disney Parks, and I'm wondering if Stacy Carpenter sent this to me. I can't remember who sent it to me, but somebody did. And I thought it was so cute, and of course with the green image on it I had to use it. And so this is a collage pocket with a doily and a flinch card and a little scrap of the paper and an alterations card and a little postcard image that I printed from the internet. I just went to There we go. I went to Pinterest and Googled St. Patrick's printables or something like that. So this, on the back of the bag, I just put on a couple of labels that you can write on. Here's another little doily with a scrap of the sheer handkerchief, one of the game pieces. If you didn't watch the previous video, it's these game pieces that came with bingo. I think they were used for the bingo markers. This little bunny card with a mushroom, and I just thought it was appropriate for this journal. And then one of the paper clips that I dyed with green alcohol inks. And the lace trim at the bottom. Another tag stitched on, and this is from a vintage book that I found at a flea market last year on making dolls, and I found the doll in a green dress, and I thought she was so pretty I stuck her in here. There's some washi tape on this page, and a paint chip with a tag that I printed. You can write on that side. And here's another paint chip and a forgot the name of that game, but it's from this pack of cards is from the 70s, I think, and it's got a piece of bias tape on the edge. Milborn, that's the name of that game. But anyway, it's got green on it, so I put it in here. And a vintage postcard image. Here is Bendemeer's Stream, an Irish folk song. This came out of a vintage songbook. On the back, it was not an Irish song, so I covered it up with a list that you can write on and a pocket with a little card in it. A piece of the sheer handkerchief with some white behind it, some green lace. I love this little leprechaun sitting on a mushroom. There's a little journaling card there. And then this is something that I stamped and glued on. Here's the other side of the Starbucks bag. It's got a dyed doily, a little punched scrap of green paper, and a little journaling card, and a postcard image. Guest check and rickrack and shamrock. Some more bias tape. And a stamp up here with some eyelet and the game pieces that match this color of paper. A green library pocket, and there's a green dyed doily and a shamrock and a little printable and a bright green library card. So I guess they will be, these two journals that I've just shown, the other one will be Irish Journal number 1, and this will be Irish Journal number 2. And I'll be back with the larger journal, so stay tuned.